Guys, Josh here with J&N Dirtwork and Forestry Mulching. I wanted to hop on here real quick and do a short video just addressing questions that we get on a common basis, whether it's through our Facebook page or phone calls or text messages. But, you know, a big one we come across nowadays is, what does it cost to do this? You know, and we have two different price points. We run our CAT 299, 110 horsepower skid steer mulchers that are a flat rate of $1,900 a day, and that is based off 8 hours of actual runtime. And these machines on general average will clear 1.25 acres to 1.5 acres a day. You know, and obviously a lot of this depends on type of vegetation, the density, layout of the land. Are there hills, you know, valleys? Is it a lot of rock? Obviously we got a lot of that in southeast Missouri. And then secondly, we use a dedicated mulcher. And a lot of people, you know, they ask, what do you mean by dedicated? Well, these are a steel track machine. It's a D3 dozer undercarriage. It's basically a dozer with a mulcher head. And these machines will generally average double a day. You know what our skid steers will. It's a 155 horsepower engine. It's running at almost double the flow as our skid steer, and the mulcher head is significantly bigger. And you know, we charge $2,600 a day for these machines. And it's always funny to get the messages, well, I'll go rent it myself, you know, and I'll do it. And then we call back 10 minutes later and they realize, you know, it's $2,200 a day just to rent a dedicated mulcher, you know, plus fuel, time to go get it, or paying delivery. And by the time you figure out how to run it, you know, you're not getting near the efficiency in a day is what an operator who's sitting in the seat of these day in and day out. And, you know, and for a skid steer, you know, if you're going to rent from Fabic or Bullseye, and Bon Terry used to have one, but, you know, you're $1,200 a day just for a skid steer setup. You have to have general liability insurance just to rent the units. And then again, fuel, time to get it, or pay for them to deliver it. You're not coming out any ahead versus just letting somebody that's experienced come out and do it. You know, and the second biggest thing I notice that pops across, you know, our business page a lot is, what do you use forestry mulchers for? Well, our big ones we, you know, generally use on a day-to-day basis is yard expansion. Somebody who's got maybe a 5-acre property and they're wanting to get another acre or two of yard to enjoy it, you know, or going out and thinning out underbrush on properties, given that park-like setting, which is truly what forestry mulching was designed for. You know, to give that park-like setting, to get all the cedars and invasive plants and trees out of there, to let the mature trees breathe and, you know, give the property a lot more aesthetically pleasing look. You know, but we do a lot of pasture restorations. You know, farmers want to extend their fields, you know, for their cattle or horses or whatever livestock they're doing. You know, we do side-by-side trails, equestrian trails. You know, site development, new construction lots was a big one we noticed this year. People wanting to, you know, go in and see exactly where they want to put their home, because when we go in there and thin it out, you know, they can have more vision to what they're wanting to do as far as building. You know, but as forestry mulching grows, you know, in the last few years, it's really taken off. There's been more companies pop up, and, you know, a lot of guys, they do great work. You know, a lot of our biggest competitors are out of St. Louis or out west towards Columbia. And, you know, we all know each other on a first name basis. You know, we all kind of, you know what it takes to keep these machines running. And, you know, the biggest thing that I see come across too is people not understanding the price. Well, I get that, but these machines aren't cheaper than any other, you know, heavy equipment in the industry. For a CAT skid steer set up with a 7-foot drum mulcher, you know, they're north of $185,000 nowadays, to where, you know, this VCOM machine I'm actually sitting in right now, you know, they're just north of $300,000. So it's not something that's cheap. These things break down way more than other, you know, construction equipment, just for the type of work we do with them. You know, and just the upkeep and just running them every day, it's expensive. You know, so we charge these, you know, high price tags, some people think, but they don't understand what goes in it or what it costs to own and operate these things. And, you know, last but not least, you know, our dedicated machines, we can go out and, you know, generally clear more a day than a dozer and an excavator. So when you break down the cost, it's like, how much does it cost a day to have a big dozer and a big excavator out? You know, my guess nowadays is anywhere from $4,000 to $4,500. And, you know, for most people, you're just creating a mess. You're going to have burn piles a mile high. You're going to peel your topsoil off to where, you know, when we're done with the mulchers, the project's done. You have great regrowth, usually within a season. And, you know, more and more people are starting to see the great benefits of mulching. But anywho, I just wanted to hop on here for a second, answer a few questions. That way, you know, people can see this and, you know, and get more information about it. And, you know, we would love to earn your business. 23 was a great year for us, and, you know, 24 is already kicking off. But if you guys like a free bid, get a hold of myself or Nathan. We'd be happy to get in contact with you and come out and give you a bid. Thank you.